Let's talk about Buzzfeed News. Well, there's a phrase that's probably only been uttered about a dozen times in all of human history. But Buzzfeed News, they've been at the center of attention recently. And that is because they wrote this very inflammatory article that has led to demands for impeachment and accusations of treason. But let's go ahead and check it out. President Trump directed his attorney Michael Cohen to lie to Congress about the Moscow Tower project. Trump received 10 personal updates from Michael Cohen and encouraged a planned meeting with Vladimir Putin. Update: the Office of the Special Counsel is disputing BuzzFeed News' report. So these guys, Jason Leopold and Anthony Cormier, BuzzFeed News reporters, are claiming that their research for this tabloid digital news outlet, big air quotes, has been far more effective than the millions of dollars spent on Robert Mueller's endless investigation. Let's continue on here, because this is something else. And keep in mind, this is their updated version. Now, after they received this comment from the spokesperson for Special Counsel Robert Mueller's office, BuzzFeed's description of specific statements to the Special Counsel's office and characterization of documents and testimony obtained by this office regarding Michael Cohen's congressional testimony are not accurate. But let's not let that get in the way. President Donald Trump directed his longtime attorney Michael Cohen to lie to Congress about negotiations to build a Trump Tower in Moscow, according to two federal law enforcement officials involved in an investigation of the matter. So, being vague, not even naming their source. And even as Trump told the public he had no business deals with Russia, the sources said Trump and his children Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. received regular, detailed updates about the real estate development from Cohen, whom they put in charge of the project. Let's see here. Now the two sources have told BuzzFeed News that Cohen also told the special counsel that after the election, the president personally instructed him to lie by claiming that negotiations ended months earlier than they actually did in order to obscure Trump's involvement. So they continue on, but this whole article is predicated on a lie. So the rest of this is just dredging up stuff we already know, that most of it's probably not even true, to be honest with you. Because this is BuzzFeed News. You know? These guys, I'm sure you remember.
Beep, beep, tape. Beep, beep, tape.
You know, comedians jumped on their expose on the PP tape, the dossier, they called it, in order to make it sound more official, more credible than it really was. A dossier. Alright, well, from there, CNN's Jeffrey Toobin, Mueller pushback on BuzzFeed report is a bad day for news media. It reinforces every bad stereotype about the news media. Well, I think we have a little video clip we'll take a look at here in a second. Here's a Daily Caller article. New York Times source familiar with Mr. Cohen's testimony disputes BuzzFeed report. Ah, man. The New York Times on Friday reported that a source familiar with Michael Cohen's testimony, so they're being vague with their source as well, to special counsel prosecutors, said that the former Trump attorney and fixer did not state that the president had pressured him to lie to Congress. The Times source contradicts a Thursday BuzzFeed report claiming that Cohen indeed had told special counsel Robert Mueller's office that President Trump instructed him to lie to Congress about his involvement in a possible Trump Tower project in Moscow. In an unusual gesture for the typically silent operation, Mueller's office weighed in the next day, calling the BuzzFeed report not accurate. And it was kind of strange, to be honest with you. Usually the office hasn't even said anything at all. So, from here, let's take a look at this clip from CNN.
Well, I have to tell you, Mueller didn't do the media any favors tonight, and he did do the president one. Because as you saw with Rudy Giuliani, and as I'm sure you'll see with the president himself, this allows them to say, you can't believe it, you can't believe what you read, you can't believe what you hear, you can only believe us. Even the special counsel says that the media doesn't get it right.
Oh, what is that, Cuomo? What is that? Let's play that last part one more time.
Even the special counsel says that the media doesn't get it right.
Ouch, you know that has got to sting. After all of that mainstream media shilling, Mueller still didn't want to back up Buzzfeed News as a laughable attempt at breaking news. Maybe check your facts before you publish something that could cause a national catastrophe. Or don't. It's great entertainment for all of us to watch everyone run around like it's the end of the world, only for these revelations to be proven false or far-fetched at best. This is another attempt to keep momentum going for Mueller's investigation, but it may have had the reverse effect than the one they intended. It's always good to see the media with egg on their faces when they run with a story with a foundation in wishful thinking. If something seems too good to be true, it usually is. Well, that'll be it for now. Here it is, your moment of clarity.
What's your emergency?
Would you like me to answer the question or not? If the answer is no, say so. But I would really like to answer your question. If you don't, look how much time we are wasting with me trying to say, let me answer your question.